And that is the news this Monday. Thanks for joining us.
See you again tomorrow night. Good night.
Good night.
This is Win News.
Tonight, Whitsunday residents bear the brunt of Cyclone Ului. The clean-up begins as Mackay escapes major damage. The jewellery store robbed as everyone else battens down. Hello, I'm Paul Taylor.
And I'm Samantha Heathwood. In the bulletin, after years of trying, Sunday trading gets the go-ahead in Mackay.
Whitsunday Regional Council and residents are assessing the damage after being in the firing line of Tropical Cyclone Ului. The cost of repairs won't be determined for some time.
Cyclone Ului arrived and unleashed its fury, launching its full force onto regions around Airlie and Proserpine. The Category 3 tropical cyclone crossed the coast in the early hours of Sunday morning, whipping up winds of over 200 kilometres an hour. And surprisingly, backpackers and locals were willing to brave the storm.
Americans, we've never seen anything like this before. We're like, what's a cyclone?
Ului brought down countless trees and power lines.
There's not any area that we didn't have a significant damage. We're looking at trying to get Cannonvale or the Airlie Beach, some of the Airlie Beach back on. We've currently got generators there in some of the critical areas for water.
Homeowners were lucky there wasn't more destruction.
Some minor roof damages on houses, and we had one resident in Proserpine had what we'd call a major roof damage.
But boat owners weren't as fortunate.
Whitsunday Regional Council is urging residents to conserve water, with the local reservoir running critically low. They're also asking residents to help with the clean-up.
Council will actually do a residential pick-up. We expect asking people to put green waste out on the footpath, and Council will come along and pick those up towards the end of the week.
The total cost of all the damage is still days away. Isabella Robinson, Win News.
Mackay residents have begun the clean-up in the aftermath of Tropical Cyclone Ului. Schools around the district have been closed as Ergon Energy works to restore power to thousands of homes.
Roads were closed as trees and debris covered Mackay streets. Power poles snapped in half, trees uprooted from the ground, and signs and tin sheeting were strewn across the region as Tropical Cyclone Ului left its mark.
I think we were very fortunate throughout the district that we survived the way we did.
SES controller Justin Englert says crews are working hard to tidy up the damage that Cyclone Ului left behind.
Main thing that we're having is trees on homes and also some minor structural damage to roofs, both as a result of wind gusts and the trees landing on them.
Council is extending opening hours at waste sites throughout the region for the disposal of green waste. Sites will be free of charge until next Sunday. School is out for students at state and Catholic schools, with Education Queensland closing sites as a safety precaution.
Today we had 19 state schools, 3 Catholic schools that were shut.
With power outages and debris the main cause behind the closures. Ergon Energy say they are working around the clock to get the power up and running again.
At this stage we're doing everything we possibly can to get our customers back on.
Over 30,000 customers are still without power in the Mackay and Whitsunday's region. Ergon Energy are confident that they can restore up to 80% of homes by sometime this evening.
Meantime, the Mackay Airport has resumed normal operations after a Ului forced closure at the weekend. Natalie Wynn, Win News.
Serena residents are also counting the cost of damaging winds and rough seas over the weekend. The SES have started tarping roofs destroyed by cyclonic conditions.
No one could fight the force of Ului. Almost 150 kilometres from the eye of the storm, this generator company struggled to keep running without a roof. Police say despite the gale force winds, only minor damage has been reported.
We've had a couple of houses down the beaches who have lost some roofs down there, and they did suffer some minor flood damage as a result of losing their roofs.
Businesses and homes were left in darkness as power lines dangled precariously. Staff and patients at Serena Hospital were evacuated. The Bartlam home copped a battering. The family awoke to find 5 37-year-old trees uprooted.
I think we were sort of dozing but not asleep,
So we were certainly rudely awoken at about 2:30 by the noise. It was horrendous.
At Win Beach, dangerous winds smashed windows and whirlybirds were thrown into backyards. But that didn't dampen the spirits of locals.
The winds come in and on the window out and then pop the manhole cover up into the roof.
While damage in the Serena area has been minimal, locals say the dangerous surf has caused the most destruction. This cardinal marker behind me has been ripped from its anchor and carried 3 kilometres into shore.
I've been here for about 14 years and nothing like that's ever happened.
The clean-up is now well and truly underway. Residents have all pulled together to help each other out during this difficult time. Kirsty Johansson, Win News.
An Imeo man has been found alive 2 days after collapsing in his home. While there's no vaccine available for animals, livestock showing symptoms should be taken to the vet. After the break, we preview a Wildlife Warriors Animal Adventure series.
Yes, Sam, and Sunday trading gets a start in Mackay.
Welcome back to Win News. Brazen thieves used the cover of Cyclone Ului to break into at least 5 different shops in Mackay. A Nebo Road jewellery store was hit the worst, with looters causing extensive damage before setting it alight, destroying the shop completely.
The Sunday trading debate is one that's been around for years. Now it's finally come to a head.
I think that the fact that the issue has finally been resolved is a great thing for Mackay.
7-day trading will be rolled out in just under 2 months. Isabella Robinson, Win News.
Now, that was obviously our Sunday trading story. We'll hope to bring you the cyclone theft story before the bulletin's out. Now, the cheapest unleaded petrol in Mackay today was $1.24.9 a litre at United in Sydney Street. Diesel was cheapest at Woolworths in Mangrove Road at $1.26.9.
So what's up next, Paul? Another loss for the Cowboys.
Sam, well, no, they actually had a bit of a win up there in the end after a very slow start, didn't they, against the Panthers? That's right. That's coming up soon. It must be lucky for some to have a few $1,000 to spend on a horse.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Thanks, Paul. Stay with us. We'll bring you that story on thieves during the cyclone. And Peter Byrne has the weather details.